Good morning. So for today's children's message, I'm going to be talking about the gospel from your insert. And in the gospel, if we can show the first slide, the last verse is Matthew chapter 10, verse 42. And whoever gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones in the name of a disciple, truly I tell you, none of these will lose their reward. And when I think about this idea of offering a cup of cold water to anyone, I think of small acts of kindness. So today, I'm going to talk about small acts of kindness in our life. And I want you to real quickly think about what is a small act of kindness. And maybe it's offering someone a hug, saying thank you, offering a compliment. And these are little things that we can do throughout our life that go a long way. Next slide. Here's a good quote about small acts of kindness. Today, give someone a hug, smile at a stranger, pay for someone's coffee in line behind you, because when the universe strips us bare, kindness is what brings us back. Kindness is what brings us back. When I think about small acts of kindness, I always think of the McDonald's value meal. And it used to be you could go to the McDonald's and you could order something for $1 and you got a lot of food. I don't think you can do that anymore. $1 doesn't go that far. But if you think about the value meal, you put a little bit in terms of cost, in terms of financial resources, $1, and you get a lot back. And so small acts of kindness, as we talked about in today's gospel, are just like that. They're value for your buck. There's a lot of bang for your buck with a small act of kindness. They don't cost a lot. They don't take a lot of your time. They require very little effort on your part, and you get a lot back. Now, there's some things in life when you do an act of kindness that take a lot of effort. They require a lot out of you. And you get about the same amount of output. But a small act of kindness goes a long way for very little. And the other nice thing about small acts of kindness, because they're quick, they allow you to impact a lot of different people. So if you spend the whole day with just one person, you made a big difference in their life. But a small act of kindness, you could perform that for 30 different people. 30 completely random different people, and so you can touch and interject yourself into a lot of people's lives and make a big impact. Next slide. Now and it's not a comprehensive list of various little small acts of kindness that we can perform in our life. And just a couple ones that I like to kind of pull out of here and draw your notice to. Saying thank you. I like to say thank you a lot, and you should say it often. Say thank you even if they didn't even do something. I've said that to people before, thank you, they're like, I didn't do anything. Well, just thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence. It goes a long way. Offering a compliment, man, does that play a big or put a big impact into somebody's life when we offer a compliment. Another one is giving a tip. I used to work at Max Ice Cream, scooping ice cream for people, and I can tell you that when somebody dropped money in that little cup on the counter, even if it was just 50 cents, it made a big impact in your life. It's a small act of kindness. And I'll tell you, this is a revolutionary statement. Tip even if you get lousy service. Tip even if you get lousy service, because you don't know what's going on in that waiter or waitress's life. Maybe the kitchen is just swamped. Maybe they're short-staffed. Maybe the reason they didn't refill your water was because they're just dealing with a table that's being a real pain that night. So tip even if you get lousy service, because it's a small act of kindness and it goes a long way for that person. Another one I'll point out is paying for someone's coffee who's behind you in the line at Rutter's. I had a good friend at my previous job, and like every week he would choose one day a week where he would pay for the guy's coffee behind him at Rutter's. Let me tell you, he made so many friends doing that. People would be like, they'd come out and be like, thanks man for paying for my coffee. You know how much it cost him? Like $1.80. $1.80 a week, small act of kindness. He made like 52 new friends in a year, just by paying for somebody's coffee behind him. Next slide. I'll leave you with this on small acts of kindness. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness can mean the world to someone who's struggling quietly. A smile, a kind word, a moment of your time. These are gifts that cost nothing, yet have the power to change someone's day or even their life. Be the reason someone feels seen today. Kindness doesn't just heal others, it heals you too. Amen.